Hello, we're joined now by Commissioner Josh Shapiro. He is the Democratic nominee for Pennsylvania's Attorney General. Josh, thank you so much for coming on.
Good to be with you.
First of all, why do you want this position? Why do you want to be in the office of Attorney General after so many bad headlines have been written about this office in recent months?
Because I want to clean up the mess, and I'm a proven executive. I run Pennsylvania's third largest county, and we've turned things around there, and I want to turn things around here in the office of Attorney General. I also want to be the people's Attorney General, the one person every single Pennsylvanian can rely on to protect their rights and make their community safer and stronger. And I've got a plan to helping on college campuses and helping college students as their Attorney General.
Why should college students vote for you? How have you reached out to those college students in this campaign?
I've been traveling all across Pennsylvania and going to college campuses. In fact, I just finished a tour of college campuses talking about campus sexual assault, a major issue and something that concerns a lot of students across the board. You know, we need to create a culture of consent on campuses. We need to make sure that administrators aren't covering up incidents of sexual assault. And we need to make sure that those who are survivors and victims of sexual assault are able to get help on campus. As Attorney General, I'll be working with our colleges and universities to fix that. I also think it's important that recent college graduates have someone in the Attorney General's office who's going to protect their interests. We're seeing scams by these so-called student loan companies against recent college grads when they begin to pay back their loans. Those scams are going through the roof. And a lot of times, recent college grads don't know who to turn to. They'll be able to turn to me as their Attorney General to protect their interests.
And as far as general voters in the Commonwealth, we've seen since 1980 when it became an elected position, it was always Republican until Kathleen came. Do you think voters might be hesitant to go back to a Democrat after it was Republican for so long, then Kathleen and with everything that went down there?
Not at all. And in fact, you're seeing across the board, I'm not just getting support from Democrats, but Republicans as well. The second longest serving Republican district attorney has crossed party lines to endorse me. In fact, the Republican who ran for Attorney General in the primary and lost the primary has endorsed me. We've seen newspapers all across Pennsylvania, from liberal-leaning areas to more conservative areas, endorse me in this race. So, no, I think what we're seeing is not only Democrats supporting me, but a bipartisan group of people coming together to elect the next Attorney General and to make it a people's Attorney General.
And the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette recently endorsed your opponent and saying maybe it's time to get back to the more traditional route of that. And how do you respond to that, and what do you think of the endorsement there?
I had to sort of laugh about that. I mean, they wrote an entire editorial about my great qualifications, but said, but we need a traditional Republican. Well, if they want to make an endorsement based on partisanship, fine, they can do that. But I think what people want is less partisanship and more action. They want someone who has a proven track record of protecting people's interests. That's exactly what I've done, and that's what I'll do, not just for the students here, but people all across Pennsylvania.
And you're still young in your political career, and there could be more doors that open, I guess, after this. Is there a future for you, or is there a long-term goals list, or is this really what you're focusing on now?
I want to be the Attorney General. That's the job I'm focused on. I'm going to, God willing, win next week, serve out a full term, and hopefully, if I'm blessed with the opportunity, run for a second term. That's the job I want. I think it's the most impactful job in state government, and hopefully I'll have the opportunity to do that work.
And if you do get voted in, what are some of your goals once you do get into the office?
We have to restore integrity and fairness to our justice system to make sure everyone gets a fair shot. We've got to protect people's rights, whether it's a woman's right to choose or the rights of our LGBTQ brothers and sisters in Pennsylvania. We've got to deal with scams against our seniors and tackle the heroin epidemic, which is claiming more lives than anything else in Pennsylvania. Deal with gun violence in our communities. Protect people's Second Amendment rights, but also make sure that we're getting illegal guns off our streets. These are some of my priorities and something I'll do when I hit the ground running.
And one final thing to the students that are watching, how would you explain to them the role of the Attorney General, and how would you fulfill that role?
I'm the one person that's there to protect your constitutional rights, as I said a moment ago, whether it's the rights of our LGBTQ students here on campus, or whether it's dealing with campus sexual assault, whether it's making sure that we protect you from these aggressive student loan companies, whatever the case may be. Young people need to get out and vote. You need to be a part of this election and help elect the next Attorney General, the next Senator, the next President, and make sure that your mark is on that vote. Don't leave it to someone else. Make sure that your voice is heard.
Commissioner, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For coming on Election Night 2016. We'll be right back.